Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our YouTube account and we are looking at the Temporal Rift. So within this team comp, guys, we're going to run through the beacons. I'm going to go through the Grand Hunt. Now, one thing and one of the reasons why we haven't seen really the guides coming out is one, the Abyssal Expedition is going on, which does take an incredible amount of time. But two, we do not want players to go in here and build out this Temporal Beacon before you have the opportunity to go ahead and max out the resources that you can get for this event. If I put up a guide or if we went through the formations on day one, most players will just run over, build the formations, run it through when this is up for 2 weeks on the Grand Hunt. Now, the teams that we're going to go over right now, guys, there's really two big things to remember. One, this is going to be the best in slot formation. So you can go through the history. You can go through the formations, the recommended formations, see which ones are going to work for you based on the heroes you have. Number two, we have a brand new patch that is dropping Tuesday. Now with the patch that is dropping Tuesday, we have the awakened version of Baden coming, which I'm sure is going to be a game changer in game modes like this. But also number two, which is the more important one, is they are making a massive adjustments to beasts. Now, I don't know if it's going to affect this. I know they said it is not going to affect the Abyssal Expedition, but I believe in this game mode, it is going to be affected with the changes that are coming with the patch that is coming. So looking at the challenge, guys, again, I'm going to go through the heroes that I was utilizing in here. So the first set, we do have Ezizh and we have the original Baden. That is right, guys. The original Baden, we built Nevi or Nevanthi out a little bit today. We are using her, and I'm not sure if the revitalizing herb is the best one, but it works incredibly well. We also do have that on Silas. We are running the hatchet on the other three, which is Ezizh, Baden, and we do have Saurus in the bottom. Now, again, if you do not have Nevanthi built out to a very high level, there could definitely be some substitutes, but wait to build it, guys. If you're, worried about using your attempts, wait to run this game mode because, again, there's going to be changes with the patch that is coming, and there might be some pretty solid, clear changes. Again, she is going to buff up Baden's minions, of course, allowing them to survive, which we're going to look at in just a minute. Second formation runs Orthros, and it does run the original version of Talene. Now, with this, guys, the original version of Talene has to be the highest ranking hero or the highest damage dealing hero. With the combination of Orthros, Orthros is going to allow them, when he does his time stop, Talene has to be the one to move. If it is not Talene, guys, you're going to be losing an incredible amount of damage because Talene will do a lot of damage in a very short amount of time when time is stopped, giving you a lot more essentially damage that you're putting on the boss. Mortis in here as the buffers, Halos shielding and buffers as well. And then of course we do have the debuffer and the buffer as well with Honesta down here. Now looking at our final team, guys, now this one runs Entendre. Now Entendre and Dres we've both seen in a lot of other formations when it came to building them out within this game mode. So Entendre does remain in this game mode. We do have Grez in here. Again, not sure how big the impact is going to be when it comes to Nevanthi and the awakened version of Baden running with Grez, things of that nature. There could definitely be some changes to the formation. This one we have Rosaline. Rosaline is running with the Chasing Dagger because Rosaline is going to buff up Entendre within this formation. Now, we have one copy of the awakened version of Solus, which is what I'm running in here. I know it is going to hurt my damage, guys, but again, we're going to be looking at variations over the next probably couple days because I think we have 7 days left on this boss. We're going to run through a couple different comps, run through some variations, see exactly what works. Then, of course, the twins, absolutely vital when it comes to bosses, guys. The twins, there isn't another hero that produces the haste and the buffs and the bonuses that the twins do, which is the reason we're in here running them with the recharge crystal. And this is the setup. Again, badge level, we are running the tank, we are running the warrior, or excuse me, beacon level, we're running the tank, we're running the warrior, we're running support. That is all we have right now, guys. So again, looking at this, I know there is a little bit of RNG factor in here. So I'm going to run this 4 times with the challenge attempt, see exactly what we can do. Then I'm going to, when this resets, I'm going to be able to run it once again, see if we can get Nevanthi up a little bit higher with the summons that are coming, see if we're going to need to run the awakened version of Baden in here. Because right now we're at 4%, but I know 2 of the heroes, or essentially 3 of the heroes that we are running in here, we do not have built out very well, including the awakened version of Soulless, guys. Again, I'm gonna look over at the best in slot, seeing where we're at. So overall top 4%, but looking at the leaderboard, and I'm gonna look, big shout out to Riser, Gildy, but looking in here, you can see guys, Ezizh and Baden doing an absolute incredible amount of damage. Now, one big thing is with Navanthi right here, having that plus 60 engraving is of course going to supercharge the minions that Baden is making. Now within the second one, again, it is 100% guys. It is the original version of Talene. I've said from the beginning, guys, she is still used in a lot of AFK arena content, which is the reason why a lot of players are still building her. And then this one is all about Entendre. Entendre, of course, if you have the plus 60 engraving on her, does incredibly well with the damage, also with survivability, because she marks up the target, and there is only one target in this case to really max out the damage that we're doing within the formations. And then again, guys, looking at the Temporal Beacon, in here with the Grand Hunt, I did Warrior Tank as high as I could. So we have 85, 85, we have 75 for this one. Sometimes we do one into a Fearsome Alliance. Sometimes we do a little bit into Subjugation. Again, we're going to have to see exactly where it's going to come in with the resources you have. Overall, I feel like the class specific, when you're building out the beacon, I feel like these are really the 3 primary ones. Is it going to make a game-changing difference if you're looking at like an energy transfer? Could have a small impact, but overall, it seems like you want to drive these and you want to get these to level 100. Big thing with here is if you know, or if you're putting a little bit into AFK Arena, once these hit level 100, then it does require these crystalline cores to build them up any further. So you have a little bit more essence, or you utilize less essence because you are using these. Now, again, guys, looking at some of the heroes, I absolutely have to build out a little bit more. Entendre, she is a primary damage dealer in there. I'm still driving her to that plus 60 engraving, where of course she will do a lot more damage. Nevi, we actually unlocked and was building up today. Gonna have to build her up again a little bit further. Game changer with her, guys, is this plus 60 engraving because of the entities that we're going to see on Baden, but also the entities that we're going to see with the awakened version of Baden. So again, we're going to have to see what it's going to look like. And I know in here, guys, I didn't provide many subs. I am not going to right now because I have the real feeling that in 2 days, guys, the Grand Hunt is going to change. We're right now at 4%, which is good. We know we do have a couple other hunts that are coming, but usually I stay within the 2% or better is where we want to be, guys. Looking at 52 billion damage there, which is going to give us, I believe, all of our chests because we broke that 50 billion damage mark. So guys, again, this is the first version. When we get down to probably a day or 2 left, I'm going to have a second version of this guide. If you find some formations that are doing higher damage than we're putting out, or even some variations in there, definitely drop them down in the comments below. That way we can reset the challenge attempts. We can run it a couple more times in here to try to score a little bit better for players. So again, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.